Imagine a world where your online searches, ads, and even app downloads aren't controlled by a single tech giant. Yes, I'm talking about Google, the titan that's influenced almost every corner of the digital world. Today, we are looking into a question that's getting louder in the tech world. Could Google actually be broken up by the US government, and why now? Of all time. For nearly 2 decades, Google has held an incredible grip on the flow of information online. And with that power, its parent company, Alphabet, has become one of the most valuable businesses on the planet. But there's a problem, or rather, a big question. Has Google used its dominance unfairly? That's exactly what the US government has been investigating through a sprawling multi-year probe, no less. In fact, some believe that we are on the edge of a historic showdown. Think about it. Google isn't just a search engine, it's also the world's most dominant advertising platform. From ads you see online to the exclusive deals with giants like Apple, Google has made sure its search engine stays front and center. For example, Apple struck a $20 billion deal to make Google the default search engine on all iPhones and iPads. That is a lot of money. But here's the kicker. With these exclusive deals, Google isn't leaving much room for competitors like DuckDuckGo, the privacy-friendly search engine. In fact, changing your default search engine to DuckDuckGo, for example, on Android, it takes about 15 to 20 steps. That many. So what is the government's take? They're calling Google a monopolist. A federal judge in the US has outright stated that Google maintains a monopoly, not just by being the biggest fish in the pond, but by actively preventing other fish from even entering the pond. Imagine if every time you open an app or searched online, you had limited options because of one company's agreement. That's why since 2020, multiple lawsuits have been piling up, and in 2024, the first trial specifically targeting Google's ad monopoly kicked off. And here is where things get serious. Google controls every step in the online ad ecosystem. It's estimated that Google takes about 20 cents of every dollar that flows through its advertising exchange. And for many advertisers, including smaller e-commerce brands, trying to get visibility, that is a huge deal. But imagine if this ad revenue monopoly cracked open. Imagine new players entering the scene, creating fairer ad rates, and making the digital ad world less Google dominated. So let's say the government succeeds and breaks up Google. How would that change the game? Well, first, it would open up the market, giving businesses, especially smaller ones, a real shot at visibility without Google's heavy toll fees. For e-commerce brands, platforms like Amazon and Walmart would suddenly have to compete differently. And this is where Xena comes in. If you are an e-commerce brand trying to grow on these platforms, Xena uses advanced AI to help you not just compete but thrive by optimizing your listings and ad strategies on Amazon and Walmart. Because when the playing field is level, brands need every edge they can get. But here's the twist. Breaking up Google could actually boost its stock value, believe it or not. Analysts argue that when a company breaks up, each piece can perform even better because they can focus more effectively on their specific goals. Look at Microsoft in the early 2000s facing its own antitrust battles. It didn't break up, but the experience taught it valuable lessons. These are the very lessons that helped pave the way for new giants, including Google itself. And it's not just Google under the microscope. We are seeing several antitrust cases against Amazon, Apple, Meta, and even Ticketmaster. What's happening now could reshape the future of the internet and how we access information. Imagine a world with more choices, more search engines, more platforms, and more competition. But that all hinges on whether Google and the others are found guilty of monopolistic behavior and if the courts decide a breakup is the best remedy. Here's the bottom line. Whether or not Google is broken up, this antitrust fight is about more than just one company. It's about preserving innovation and giving new players a fair chance to compete. And if you're an entrepreneur or even someone who just cares about fair competition, this battle matters, because the next big thing in tech, it might be in the works right now, but it can't come to life unless we have a fair and open market. So what do you think? Should Google be broken up, or is the government overreaching? Drop in your thoughts below and I'd love to hear from you, and let's get the conversation going. And until next time, keep questioning the big players and demand fair competition, because at the end of the day, we all benefit.